I have not bought one of those packets since I started making this. It's so much better.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. Here we are in the kitchen once again, and this is part of the Homestead Kitchen Skills series once again as well. We've done a video recently on making your own ranch seasoning mix, okay, that you can use to make dip or salad dressing or use as ranch seasoning. And we're very passionate about those things because, again, those are meal builders that you can do yourself, that you don't need the commercial manufacturers for, and you also don't need the extra junk they put in it. And so you can do it yourself, you can make it better and better for you, and so people seem to enjoy that. So here we are again. We're going to make a taco seasoning mix, okay? Very simple, very useful, very delicious, and much better version of these stinking little taco seasoning packs that you get in the store that you use for any kind of random taco meat or whatnot, okay? So Angela Kay is over here and she is going to show you what she uses in order to do this with, okay?
I have not bought one of those packets since I started making this. It's so much better. Now for this, I have scaled this up so that you can keep this in a jar or an airtight container, and you can have it anytime you want it. And you will just measure out how much you need for each batch, which I will tell you after I do this. You will just measure it out how much you need. This should be enough for 6 to 7 batches of taco meat.
So it'd be about like 6 or 7 envelopes of taco seasoning.
Yes,
okay.
It'll be like you bought 6 or 7 little packets at one time.
Gotcha.
So this of course is your main ingredient in it. This is 6 tablespoons of chili powder. This is 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic, 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder, 1.5 tablespoons of dried oregano, 3 tablespoons of cumin, 2 tablespoons of salt, and 1 tablespoon of black pepper. I know the oregano may sound a little funny, and a lot of taco seasonings that you see people make does not have the oregano in it, but this makes all the difference. The oregano is a wonderful thing to add to it. Now you want to take the oregano and you want to crush it a little bit. Make it a little finer and also open up the oils in it.
You have to remember as well, if you don't know that, if you're not aware of this, in Mexican cooking they use a lot of oregano.
Yes.
And you may not be aware of that, maybe others are not aware of that, but that's why oregano might even be the hidden ingredient in a lot of these taco seasonings. You don't realize that that's what they need.
Another thing, the taco seasonings you buy in the store, if you are on a gluten-free diet, the ones you buy in the store, not all of them are gluten-free. In fact, most of them are not.
How are they not?
Most of them actually have flour or something like that in them as a thickening agent.
Nice.
Along with some of them also have sugar in them. Yeah. Or some of them have cornstarch in them, which is a GMO product. Nope. And there's several hidden things inside of those taco seasoning packets. And you see here, these are just pure ingredients. Yep. As you can see here, I have bought all of these in large quantity.
Large containers.
You can buy, I have bought most of these from Boxed.com. I have bought, I think, one of them from Amazon, but the rest of them have all come from Boxed.com.
This one came from Amazon the other day, actually.
So. And the others have come from Boxed.com.
Right. And far cheaper, far cheaper to buy them in these containers.
They have Boxed has a great price on those.
Yep.
Okay, so now I've told you all these measurements. Now you just want to shake everything together a little bit, just to try to get everything together. I've got it all on wax paper. This makes cleanup a lot easier.
Unless you mess it up with the wax paper, then it makes it worse.
Yes. So make sure that you don't do that. So now I've got everything in together, and I'm just going to put mine. I'm just going to put mine in just a mason jar.
You could also use like a little fork or a little whisk or something
Yes.
to shake it together if you wanted to.
Yes. This is just a pint mason jar. It's not going to fill it up. You could take these amounts that I've given you and double them and probably come closer to filling up the jar. But to me, about the equivalent of about 6 or 7 packets is a good bit. Now we're gonna shake all those in there. And now you put a lid on it, just shake it all together. Now you've got a beautiful taco seasoning.
Really well mixed together.
Now, this is what you will do when you want to use it. Now, the good thing about making it yourself is if you want spicy taco seasoning, because some people like it hotter. If you want spicy taco seasoning, you could add some cayenne in here as well. And it will make it hot taco seasoning. And you can customize it that way to what you like. This is a good base. And it makes really good taco meat. Because I've been doing this for how many years now, Jason?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
When you're ready to use that, it's just go take a teaspoon out and dip out?
No, you take, for 1 pound of whatever meat you're using, whether it be ground beef or ground chicken, ground turkey, whatever. For 1 pound of meat, it all depends on how spicy you like yours, how much spice you like in yours. You will pull out 3 to 4 tablespoons.
That's the equivalent of a packet?
Yes.
Okay.
You will do 3 to 4 tablespoons. I usually do about 3.5 tablespoons. And you will put that in a pound of sauteed meat. It needs to be fully browned and the grease drained off. And then you will put in 3 to 4 tablespoons of your seasoning mix and 1/2 cup of water. The water is very necessary to help dissolve the spices, and then you will let it simmer just like you do those packets. Those packets you put water. It helps draw the spices into the meat. As the meat absorbs the water, it absorbs the spices and it soaks into the meat and makes it all taste good.
But you don't put that water in until you put the spices on for a minute, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You will fry the spices in with the meat just for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Just to open them up, basically. With the fat of the meat will open them up.
Yeah.
You can also, instead of water, when you put the water in, instead of water, you could also use beef broth. It will make it taste a little more beefy. If you want that flavor, you can add a little bit more beef flavor. Because a lot of those packaged taco seasonings do have granulated beef bouillon in them. Personally, I just like the pure flavor of these spices because to me, the pureness of these is just an amazing combination. So now, you can close this up, store it in a cool, dry place for up to 6 months.
Okay, there you have it. A very simple and easy and delicious taco seasoning mix that you can do probably with things you have in your house already anyways. But if you had to buy spices, you could buy them in bulk like we do from boxed.com, boxed.com. And they have a great price on it. That's where we get, again, most of these bulk spices come from there because they have a really good price on large, very large containers of spices and herbs, okay? And the measurements for all these spices is going to be in the description. It's going to be in the description below if you're looking for that. So we do appreciate you guys watching. Again, my name is Jason. That's Angela Kay. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love you guys. God bless you and goodbye.